What's up everyone, it's Ben here from Smart Homey. I am here today to look at the URC Smart Home platform. So we're day 9 into isolation here in the UK, but I'm filling my time with all the products that have been sent to me to review, to look at, to test, to integrate into my own system, all that kind of stuff that goes along with it. So the guys at AWE Europe have sent me through the URC MX10, which is the smart home brains of the system, which sat behind me. They've also sent me through the, and I'm going to have to look at it, TRC 1480 remote. Yeah, I mean, I think they just need to find a sexier name. But anyway, we are going to have some one-to-one training with Mal, who's their head trainer at AWE. He's going to take me through as much as he can in half a day, how to kind of set this platform up and make it work. We're going to look at the drivers that integrate into it, third party, and things that are natively built into it. And then, yeah, try and kind of deploy it in my home and make it work and see what this system can do. What I will say is, the new remote is pretty sexy, you know? So American products of the past have, let's say, not been the most aesthetically pleasing, but the new URC remote is pretty slick, you know? Nice, kind of tactile buttons, the way that the back of the remote is shaped, if you can see that, it kind of fits in your hand nicely. I mean, I need to turn the clicking off on the screen. You probably can't hear that, but it's really irritating. But I'm sure that's something you can do in the programming. And it looks very much so like it has voice control, if you can see that there, which makes it super duper interesting. We are back. It's been a whole week since I was last here. I know, it's the magic of videoing. You know, we can edit anything together and make it look like it's no time at all. Anyway, we have had the URC system in our house for a whole week during lockdown. Great time to test it, don't you think? We did the training with AWE last Thursday, I'd say. Anyway, it was brilliant. Mal and the guys there had a lot of time, considering we did it online using kind of a webinar slash team viewer to be able to do the kind of programming and all the rest of it. It was great. Mal took me through the kind of start process all the way through to kind of like the really refined macro, you know, down to the kind of sexy kind of programming near the end, which was brilliant. And I've got to say, big props to those guys. If you're wanting to get into a smart home system, then I highly recommend them from a training point of view. They were brilliant. So the URC system, we have had 7-8 days now of playing with it. We've got a little bit of lighting in our house, a little bit of multi-room audio, and a little bit of, obviously, video in our house. And I think everyone will happily say that they like it. You know, there's, especially the app side of it, that seems to be a win. We have a lot of devices in our house, and obviously there's no restrictions on how many devices you can have on the system. So yeah, it's been great to be able to get out the phone and turn the lights off and all the rest of it without having to find a remote and, you know, all that kind of side of thing. But the remote still has been a little bit of a win in the lounge downstairs. So we've had issues in the past, shall we say, with what system we've had in, or whether it could be used. Obviously we have a toddler, it's not the greatest thing to have in the world as a smart system. But yeah, it's been pretty robust, it's worked, we've not had any dropouts, not had any problems, it's just done its job, which is what you want from a smart system, isn't it? So yeah, big props to URC. It's good, we like it, we're on board. What I will say is whether there may be a little bit of user interface, maybe changes that we could do in the future to it. So just changing the colours of the entertainment sections, the music sections. That's the only kind of thing that maybe I would change, and hopefully maybe we could throw it out there to their development team and they can look at it. Never know. Don't ask, don't get. Yeah, and I think other than that, I didn't get quite into integrating Alexa into it. So I'll try and do that in the next week and maybe come back with a short little video about that, because I'll be interested to see how slick that is and how well it works. Just time more than anything, didn't get round to it. And to be honest, once it was working and doing its job from a kind of multifunctional remote for our lounge and audio system, we just didn't get round to it, if I'm honest. So yeah, the Davies family are a fan of the URC remote. I have to give it back, unless I can try and get away with keeping it for a little bit longer. Anyway, we will be looking more in depth next week before we give it back, and then hopefully give you a few more videos. So next week we are going to be looking at either the Ajax system. So we've got an upgrade to our Ajax system within our house, which allows us to use the new camera PIR. That's been sent to us by the guys at Smart AV Distribution. It's either that, or I'm going to go for the Veil amp and the focal speakers, but I haven't made my mind up yet. It's based upon what I'm allowed to break, as in the house. And yeah, keep sending me jobs to do because I'm getting bored. I started naming the birds this morning in the back garden, so I need help, I need jobs.